About a minute early, I think. That clock is a couple minutes late. Go ahead. Everybody ready? Well, good morning. This morning I'm pleased to be joined by Scott Racker, who's the Executive Director of Character Counts in Iowa, as well as Chairman and CEO of the Josephson Institute and a former member of the Iowa House of Representatives. Also, Brent Sechrist, Executive Director of Iowa's Regional Area Education Agencies and former Speaker of the House. Giving Iowa children a world-class education is one of this administration's very top priorities. Raising achievement in reading, math, and other subjects is essential so that students graduate from high school truly ready for college or career training. But it's also essential to instill other qualities in students so that they are prepared to both be good citizens and to compete successfully in this global economy. That's why we're pleased to announce a new public-private partnership to help make this happen. The Area Education Agency's Professional Development Online, Character Counts in Iowa, and the Institute for Excellence and Ethics are offering all Iowa students, all Iowa schools, starting today, access to a research-based college, career, and citizenship readiness curriculum through a state-of-the-art online learning system. Character Counts in Iowa is leveraging philanthropic support to provide the excellence, integrity, and professionalism online Iowa curriculum to all Iowa schools free of charge. This is about educating the whole child. The AEA Student System for Personalized Learning will deliver the curriculum, which provides unique learning opportunities for students in areas such as leadership and service, and creativity, innovation, and problem solving. So here's a couple of the manuals here. This system will do this by offering educators tools and strategies to weave into lessons that they already teach in a variety of subjects, for the most part in middle and high schools in Iowa. This is strictly optional, but it's a great additional resource to help support the work that teachers are already doing. Now I'm pleased to turn it over to Lieutenant Governor Reynolds to tell you more about this exciting new development.
Well, good morning, and thank you, Governor Branstad. The Excellence, Integrity, and Professionalism online Iowa curriculum develops competencies for deeper learning and positive behavior and shapes an intentional culture of safety, respect, and engagement. Governor Branstad mentioned some of the areas of focus. Others include goal achievement, time management, and living a healthy life. So this would be an example of the time management. The curriculum also will provide Iowa educators and students important resources to further develop STEM employability skills. Business leaders tell us it's not only critical to strengthen science, technology, engineering, and math education for students, both stronger content knowledge and skills, but also to raise the bar for soft skills such as critical thinking, teamwork, and entrepreneurship. This will make it possible for more young Iowans to pursue really great STEM careers. In addition to serving as the co-chair of the Governor's STEM Advisory Council, I also have the opportunity to serve as the chair of STEM Connectors Food and Ag Council, which is a national organization. And a recent report that was published by the organization's Innovative Task Force stated that employability skills are the behaviors above and beyond the technical skills that enable STEM employees to create stakeholder momentum, to commercialize ideas, or in short, career skills. It is the ability to present and sell their ideas to others, to function in teams, develop business acumen, and develop leadership skills, and navigate across complex matrix of global organizations. So these new online research-based tools and strategies will provide Iowa educators and students cutting-edge opportunities to further enrich our focus on STEM in Iowa. And now I'd like to welcome to the podium Chris.
Good morning. I'm very happy to be here this morning. This is an exciting partnership that the 9 area education agencies in the state have undertaken with Scott Racker and Character Counts, as well as the Institute for Excellence and Ethics. As you know, the Education Reform Act that was passed through the leadership of the governor, the lieutenant governor, as well as the legislature, is some groundbreaking legislation that really aims to put Iowa back in the forefront in educational excellence across the nation as well as in the world. And this type of partnership and this type of curriculum being offered to teachers is extremely, extremely important. This curriculum is research-based, it's been tested, and it will be a real benefit to provide to teachers and students, every teacher and every student in the state of Iowa, free of cost. About 5 years ago, knowing that online is the wave of the future, the AAs decided to combine all their efforts into one organization within the AEAs. We call it AEA Professional Development Online, under the leadership of Evan Abbey, who's with us today, to be able to provide this across the state to every student. So this type of curriculum being provided for everyone in the state at no cost to the school systems, to the state government, through the partnership of Character Counts is exciting and very, very important. And one other issue that was in the Education Reform Act did allow the AEAs to sell our services. We're state funded as well as federal funded, but to sell our services, our online services, out of state. That was a very small part of that education reform bill, and there is great interest in this curriculum that has been developed in other states as well as other countries, as Scott Racker could tell you. And so if we are able to market this outside of the state, the cost is already done. We have the technological platform to provide this, and we also have the curriculum already done, and we'll be able to, if we can sell it out of state, we can bring that money back into Iowa. It's a cost share, and the AAs will reinvest that and offer even more courses, even more resources to our teachers and students across state. So it is a very, very exciting time. It was particularly gratifying for me to be able to pair up with my friend Scott Racker again. He's excellent to work with, much more so than when he was appropriations chair, which wasn't as much fun. But anyway, I'd like to have Scott come to the podium as chairman of Character Counts.
Thanks, Mr. Speaker. Governor, Lieutenant Governor, it's really an exciting day. It really is a historic day. As you may know, Character Counts in Iowa was evolved out of Iowa's sesquicentennial celebration in 1996. Former Governor Ray and that commission, Governor Branstad at the time, had a vision to positively impact Iowans' lives as a lasting legacy. And through Character Counts in Iowa, we've leveraged that. Of course, what people know us most for is the 6 pillars of character, from early childhood engagement all the way to the corporate and community engagement. What's exceptionally exciting about this particular curriculum, that these are resources that we've seen utilized not only in individual classroom settings, that we've seen in leadership development at the high school level. They've been embedded at community college level in degree programs at Des Moines Area Community College, and we've seen ongoing professional development of these same resources at some of Iowa's largest organizations: Principal Financial Group, Unity Point Health, Hy-Vee, Prairie Meadows, all using these same materials. And what's happened, as you may recall, as the Iowa Business Council talked about as their education reform several years ago, that 21st century skills were critical to the success of Iowa students into this global workforce. This curriculum, this research-based curriculum, is now available today to every Iowa school at no cost. And that's being done through philanthropic leveraging, through Character Counts in Iowa, partnering with AEA online. And that curriculum, which can be brought down today and utilized this afternoon if they desire, is also being built and developed to be in a student self-paced curricular engagement. Each of the 40 lesson plans right now are in the final field testing, where students themselves will be self-paced with their educators working on this. One of the things that we're doing in partnership with AEA PD Online right now is to seek pilot schools that are interested in using those self-paced learning tools to get feedback from Iowa students. So these are very critical skills. We hear the term soft skills, but they're really not soft skills. There's the skills that all of us deal with every day in our work and our management. Critical thinking, the ability to communicate, to collaborate, to focus on how we are innovative and creative to solve some of the most pressing challenges that we have. So Character Counts in Iowa is very, very pleased to work in a public-private partnership with AEA PD Online. with the state of Iowa and for our mission to impact positively the quality of life for all Iowans. So we want to express our appreciation to the vision of the governor and lieutenant governor, as well as those leaders at AEA Online and our partners, the Institute for Excellence in Ethics out of New York, which have built this curriculum and allowed us to do this in this fashion. Thank you very much. Be happy to answer any questions.
Yeah, this is an exciting public-private partnership. It builds on the progress we've already made legislatively, and obviously the work that Scott has done with Character Counts in Iowa, the area education agencies, and to be able to offer this free to all of Iowa's schools, I think is very exciting. We'll open it for questions on this subject first. Questions?
What would you say to critics that say that character should be left?
Well, first of all, I think parents are the very first teachers, and I'm also a grandparent. I was just at my granddaughter's 4th birthday party last night, so I think parents, grandparents, and other family members have an important role to play. But I also think that through schools and businesses, we can build on that, and we can help students really learn the fundamentals of being a good citizen, as well as learning reading and math and the other subjects that they need to get. Other questions? Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Well, we look forward to working with you, and we're very excited to have a couple of former legislators that are doing exciting things. So thank you.
Governor, in some of the past campaigns, there's been a lot of discussion about the Supreme Court, or the Iowa Supreme Court decision that legalized same-sex marriage. There hasn't been very much talk this year. Why is that? And do you still support the idea of a constitutional referendum giving people the right to vote on this? Would you like to see it? Still see a statewide referendum on gay marriage?
Well, I think a lot of people in 2010 were very upset at the Supreme Court because they didn't get an opportunity to have a voice in this. And as you know, 3 members of the Supreme Court were rejected when they were up for retention. This is a legislative matter. The governor really doesn't have a direct role in it. A constitutional amendment requires it to be approved by 2 general assemblies and a vote of the people. It's passed the House. It's been blocked in the Senate by the Senate leader. I think it's up to legislators, it's up to the people to decide who they want to send to the legislature, and if they want people that are going to give the people of Iowa a chance to vote on this issue.
Would you still like to see a vote on this issue?
I think the people of Iowa should have an opportunity to vote on it, yes.
Then why is that?
It's a legislative matter, as I said. The governor doesn't have a role in a constitutional amendment, and consequently, I have a very ambitious agenda, and I will certainly be supportive of the legislative efforts, but I'm focusing on things that I believe are critical priorities to grow the Iowa's economy, bring good jobs here, make us the healthiest state, continue to improve our education system. It is a legislative matter, and I respect the fact that the legislators are the ones that are going to make a decision on this, and I'm sure that it's going to be an issue in some legislative races.
Why hasn't it been more of an issue? Some gay rights activists are saying, hey, there's a wave of this happening from state to state. It's a settled matter. I talked with one Republican legislator who said he didn't even want it on his campaign literature because it was controversial.
I'm running for re-election as governor of Iowa, and I'm focusing on things that are important to the people of Iowa and that the governor has a role in. I do respect the fact that there are people that have strong views on this issue, and that is not my responsibility. It is a legislative matter. I do believe that people appreciate having a governor that's focused, that doesn't try to do everything, but focuses on things that are important, like bringing good jobs to Iowa. I was really proud to have the debate in Burlington, the first territorial capital of Iowa, close to where we have this great Iowa fertilizer plant being built, which Site Selection Magazine said was the second best economic development project in the world last year. I think good jobs for Iowans is a top priority. Revitalizing and improving our education system, as we talked about here today, improving health and making sure that we do all we can to make sure that Iowa is the healthiest state in the nation. These are ambitious goals. I've spelled out many other things in the campaign, such as our goal to connect every acre, make sure we have high-speed internet everywhere, reduce student debt. We've had 2 years in a row, no increase in resident state tuition, first time in 35 years, but we're not done. We have more things we want to do to make it possible to people to get a BA degree at less cost, and also to reduce student debt. And obviously we've done a lot in workforce development, such as Skilled Iowa, and of course the STEM initiative the Lieutenant Governor has been leading, as well as our home-based Iowa, which is our top priority this year. But I'm going to continue to stay very focused on issues that the governor has a role and can have some influence in getting accomplished in our state.
So is this a settled matter?
No, it's a matter that is a legislative issue, and it's an issue that is a contentious issue among people. It's not a settled matter. It's up to the legislature to decide whether they're going to give the people of Iowa a chance to vote on this.
The No Child Left Behind report card for the state is not something you want to take home to your parents.
Right.
What's your strategy for improving?
Well, our strategy for improving it is our teacher leadership program. We think that No Child Left Behind is frankly a flawed system because it's being imposed by the federal government, which is too far away and detached from what's really happening out there in the schools in Iowa. We're much closer. I think we have a much better strategy, and we intend to, and we have a task force that's working on a better evaluation system so that we can really line up not only what we're teaching, but also an evaluation system with it, and then be able to improve student achievement throughout our state.
Governor, I have a question about the Border Patrol. There's been some changes in the leadership on the Border Patrol within the last few months. Jason Carlson from is gone. You just appointed Norm Granger as the vice chairman. Did you ask for Carlson to resign? Are you unhappy?
No. He wasn't confirmed. You didn't follow what happened in the legislature? He wasn't confirmed. So I had no choice. I had to choose a new leader for the, and Norm Granger, I have known Norm Granger for a long time, and I think he's a great addition. I'm really pleased that he's taken on this role to be the new vice chair. But by the way, the Border Patrol has done a fantastic job. We've reduced the prison population while at the same time reducing recidivism. Now that's pretty exciting success, to be able to parole more people, reduce the prison population, and see the recidivism rate go down at the same time. That's a tribute to both the Border Patrol and the collaboration with the Corrections Department in being able to evaluate who are better risks and who needs to be kept in prison longer. Thank you.
Can I ask one more question? I just want to ask, I know that apparently the governor doesn't have veto power on this conventional state, but you're aware since people came into Iowa and they're organizing statewide organizations, have Iowa do a convention of states. It's getting a lot of talk from Don Hannity and Mark Levin Show and Sarah Palin and other conservatives are talking about this. Have you got any thought about that one way or another?
Well, I'm aware of the difficulty of amending the United States Constitution. And again, the governor doesn't have a role in that. My role is to focus on things that I can do to grow the Iowa economy. I do respect that a lot of people are very upset about some of the overreach of the federal government. I'm particularly concerned about what the EPA has done to the renewable fuel standard, to this waters of the U.S., and the impact that's going to have on our state and on agriculture. But I also am aware that this is a process that requires 2/3 of the states, and then it has to be ratified by 3/4 of the Congress. Now, the chances of that are not really good with the present makeup of the United States Congress. We know they don't get hardly anything done in Washington. We're proud to be an exception to that. In the state of Iowa, even with a split legislature, we've accomplished a lot. And we're going to continue to focus on the things that we can get accomplished in the state of Iowa. Thank you.